So, it is day 23 of the lockdown, and today we're going to have a reflection on black and white thinking. This is extreme thinking, and we are all guilty of this, I think, at least sometimes in our lives. I certainly am. Hands up, I do that. It's the type of thinking, you know what I mean, that you are, for instance, you're on a diet and you're doing really well, you're eating super healthy and you're feeling great about it. And then, at a certain time, you're like, oh, I'm going to eat that donut. And you happen to eat a donut. And then you were like, oh, it has ruined my diet. It is ruined. And you end up eating 11 more. Or the time you're studying hard and doing well in college or whatever it is, or work, and then you maybe fail an exam or don't do as well as expected, and now it's ruined. You totally ruined. And we've switched from all I'm doing well into nothing, you're doing terrible. And I'm just highlighting how we are all, I think, guilty of that and how it's very unhelpful for us. And there is maybe a better way of thinking, and that is to employ the use of, instead of all or nothing, it is employing the use of the language of both and. That's both and. So for instance, I am both doing well on my diet and I've just eaten something that isn't that healthy, but I'm going to continue to eat healthily. You've switched it. Two extremes can exist at the same time. You can both be doing really well in college, both be working really hard in work, and you can just so happen to have a bad day or a bad exam. That can happen. So it's both and. And for instance, I think a very helpful way, simple way of thinking of this is like a thermometer. A thermometer doesn't measure hot, or does measure temperature, but it doesn't just say it's hot or cold. It says it's a particular temperature. It's on a scale. And I think a really nice way of thinking of this is, glibly, is to remember the book 50 Shades of Grey by E.L. James, the erotic novel of 2011 that made an absolute fortune. And just remember what it said, besides all the erotic sex stuff, was 50 Shades of Grey. It's not a black and white situation. There are 50 shades of grey, and more really when you get really technical about it. There's an infinite shades of grey in the planet. Infinite. So from now on, please don't be like, I am this. It's awful. I am awful. It's like, this happened. I did this. I am trying hard at that. I'm doing well at that. And I just so happen to have a bit of a slip up. I am doing well eating my healthy diet, and I just decided to have a donut, and I just had a slip with the donut, and I just had an off day and I didn't perform as well as I wanted to in my test. I think it's liberating. So on this day 23, I am suggesting that you might use this and employ this terminology in your language, your speaking, and in your thinking, mainly in your thinking. Let's stop being so critical and pointing the all or nothing finger at ourselves, and instead be inclusive. I am this and I'm that. I'm doing this and I'm doing the other. So that's it. I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you so much. I'm after getting another 2 photos this morning. I really liked them. Thanks so much. You know who you are, especially E and especially C. I super really commend you for it and thank you for it. It's really nice. And I would ask other people as well, get on it. Send me stuff. I'm greedy for all the photos of outside. I miss outside. And I love seeing photographs. And yeah, that's it. And I wish you well. I would ask that you share this with somebody who maybe has the all or nothing thinking, the black and white thinking, and maybe share with somebody that you feel needs a little bit of 50 Shades of Grey today. And stay well, keep her lit, and congrats. Well done.